Hello and welcome to the final round of GTTCC Season 7. So the final round is reverse grid from race 9. So it means we're starting second from last, and this is on the Nordschleife. So it's going to be 4 laps. It's all going to be about trying not to make those mistakes and try and keep it on the track, but yet be fast. So got a rough grid spot here because I've got to turn straight away. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. So we're going to rev it out, drop the brake, and what we're going to do is just take it easy around this corner, let the car turn in, and then we'll get straight up to second. So it looked like we needed to be a good start there, and it looks like we actually got a better start than Steve into the first corner, and a little bit too deep, a little bit deeper than we want, but we're through there and Steve is behind us. So looking at Marco, we managed to smuggle ourselves up the inside there. Looked like he just was a bit hesitant into that corner there, left a bit of a gap, so we was up it like a whippet down a trouser leg. So going through the first technical section, up ahead we've got APA and Dre as the blue Rockstar BMW goes off, and we try and stay to the left so he's got space to come back on the track. APA is past Dre, and we're alongside Dre. Dre comes across there, pushes us off a little bit. I don't think he meant it, so we'll just carry on. APA loses out on going on to the fast sections through here, and we actually managed to get him back past him, and now we've got Dre up ahead. So going up over the Flungsplatz, Dre a dab of brakes, so we do a dab of brakes as well, and now we're looking to see if we can find a way past him. So he's staying left, so it looks like he catches a bit of grass there, so we use that extra momentum and pull past the Nike Audi TT, again with a completely new colour again for this race. I wonder if he's going to do that again next season. So down the gears all the way down to third, we're already up to fifth, so we can see Steve is still struggling behind us, so that's good for the championship. I think the other title contender is Dre, and he's also behind us. So the guy up in first missed the first round, so he's managed to get away at the front, so he's definitely got the advantage. Coming up to here, we can see we're catching the Durex Huracan coming down into this chicane here, up down to second, and focus on the exit. You can see there the Huracan wasn't focusing on the exit and actually ended up losing out time there. So he went in a bit too deep and should have compromised his entry to maximise his exit. So next up we've got Wimpy, so we need to start chasing him down, and we have got Ricky and the American all the way up the front, starting to make a little bit of a gap and trying to get away. So down to third for this corner, hang it in third, use a bit of the power to get the LSD working at the front to get it turned in, and we're going to go through this section of hit, miss, or whichever it is, and it looks like Wimpy's missed it all and has run wide there, so that's made that pass rather easy for us, and we're already up behind Ricky in the STI. So we're getting a good exit out of that corner there, and we look to go down the racing line, and we actually end up bumping into him, so that was completely my fault. I think a bit of a misunderstanding there, so we stay out of the way of Wimpy in the TT, and we actually lose a place to Marco as well, give Ricky back the position. I think that was only fair because I should have avoided him better, but unfortunately I misjudged which side of the road he was going and ended up clipping into him. So we're back down to fifth. We need to make up the places again. So it looks like Marco's had a good exit and managed to take on Ricky down into this tricky corner. He got on the bit on the grass and started losing braking performance, so we managed to go around the outside. And in my track guide I told you that it's crucial for a good exit out of that corner. You can see why. Just out of that exit we managed to get could have got past 2 Audi TTs there, but it looks like Wimpy either didn't see me or didn't know I was coming up there and wandered across my car and pushed me back onto the grass. So could have been back up to second, now back down to fifth. So let's try that all over again. So coming through one of the fastest corners on the track, this is going uphill, and what we're going to do is just literally do a quick lift and then back onto the power. It looks like we caught up the STI from Ricky quite quickly there. I don't know if there's a bit of lag, but that was lucky because I didn't have enough time to react what happened there. Maybe lag, he bumped into the back of Marco and then bounced off, but whatever it was, Marco's decided to take to the grass, and we managed to just about sneak through there. So coming up to the carousel, we're now catching back up on Wimpy. We want to see if we can make a quick pass on him, because as you can see, the American has pulled out a gap of what, 12 seconds. So we don't really want to let him get too far away. We want to see if we can reel that car in. So coming up into the technical and probably the best, most flowing part of the Nürburgring, we're right on the rear of Wimpy there. I'm trying to take it easy. I don't want to push him off the track, and I don't want to get into a fight. And we'll actually get a good exit. We'll go around the outside, and you can see there I was flat through that corner. It looked like Wimpy maybe took a bit of a lift that allowed us to get back ahead. So now we've got a 12-second gap to the American ahead. What we're going to do, we're going to fast forward it and see if we can bring that gap down and see if we can get on the tail end of that car. Join the action again here, and we managed to get the gap down to less than 2 seconds. So at this point now I've assessed what car the American has. As I say, this race 9, I've never driven against this chap before, so I don't know how good he is, but we can see that he does have the Corvette, so I am assuming it's going to be fairly decent in a straight line. So I need to be careful that I don't get into a straight line battle with him in the Corvette, because the TT just isn't going to keep up. So we're almost halfway through the lap, and you can see we're really starting to catch. We're within a second here. Just a dab a brake down to the 5th gear there, and we're back on the power. We're getting sucked along now in the slipstream of this Corvette, so really starting to catch him now and trying to put him under some pressure. Braking down to 2nd, get the nose in. Once the nose is in, back on the power, up to 3rd. It looks like, can we attack it going into the carousel? Gives us racing room, and we're alongside into carousel, back down to 2nd, and it looks like we completed the pass. Popped out the carousel, if only for a moment, but it looks like that's a successful pass, and he actually ends up taking himself out onto the grass once we're past. So now what I'm going to do is fast forward it, and then we're going to rejoin the action on lap 3, which was my fastest lap. Now I have done a hot lap that you'll be able to see if you check on my channel, but we'll just go over the key points of the fastest lap. There was a lot of time in it. I think lap 4 would have been faster, but I did make a mistake in the last couple of sectors. So coming on to start finish straight from 2nd all the way up to 3rd, we're going to go to the right as much as we can, back down to 2nd, get back on the power as early as possible, and then we're going to go down this roller coaster of a downhill stretch. Come up to this fast right-hander, we're going to be completely flat through there, so good time made. You'll see in the bottom right-hand corner, you've got my splits that I pulled up here. So at this point, I felt like I could pull away from them, other people in the race, so it's just about focusing on maybe trying to get that fastest lap. So through here, trying to stay in 3rd, just so we don't need to go up 1 gear to go back down 1. And then once we can see the exit, we're going to get back on the power and up through the gears. Over the bridge and up towards the Flungplatz, up to the top of 5th, going to be flat out over the top here and completely flat through this corner here. So definitely gaining confidence with some laps under the belt of this car. Up to the top gear, 6th gear, and then we're going to go down to this long left-hander here, which is a very fast corner again, and just over a bump. So we tip it in 6th there. Again, completely flat, but then I had to give a little bit of confidence lift on the exit. Down 3 gears to 3rd, and then back on the power. We can use curbs if need be to ride up just to hold our lane. And you can see we're already up on the previous lap. So tumbling down through these corners here, and then we're going to be aiming for this left-hander at the top of the hill here. So we're going to stay to the right, dab our brakes, send it down a couple of gears, and that's just about trying to continue as much speed through there as possible. Now you can see we're down to 2nd. Again, focus on the exit because there's going to be a long stretch of power down here. So you can see I wasn't quite committed to that first left-hander at the top of the hill, and thus lost a little bit of time there. So into this tricky corner here, just dab our brakes. Once we're confident you can stick, get back on the power, down 2 gears, try and stay to the left as best we can, just to straighten out the corner there, and then into this tight right hand corner, down to 2nd, literally up to 3rd as soon as we get onto the power, just so we can get it to grip up, and then we're into this section just here. So all the way up to 5th, we're going back down 1 gear, just so we've got the grip when we can get on the power, through those corners nice and quickly. Brake in a straight line here, get off the brakes and then brake again in a straight line, just to neaten up the car, back on the power, up to 3rd, up to 4th, and heading towards the 2nd entrance to the Nürburgring. Managed to take 5th and then back down for 2 gears, try and stay inside to the left as much as possible, but any understeer is going to affect you there. Staying in 3rd, just rev bang it, and then literally just a lift and throw it in there. The uphill will actually slow the car down, give you a nice turn in there. Back on the power, all the way down, flat through this corner. Again, this corner will focus on the exit, so we're going to go for 5th down to 3rd, and we're going to focus on getting the power as early as possible, already on the power, and then we'll back out the other side. So in my hot lap guide, you would have seen that I wasn't sure whether taking 5th or 6th. After doing a few laps, it looks like it's actually better to take in 6th, because it will hold 141 if you take the line of least resistance down here. So look, 140 up to 6th, we should nudge 141, and then we want to try and keep the steering inputs light here, and it should hold 141 for as long as possible, and then down 1 gear, back on the power in 5th. Through there, so you can see we've lost a couple of little hundreds here and there in the last couple of sectors, but we're still on for a decent lap. Down to 2nd for the corner before the carousel, get the car in, back on the power, and then we're going to head towards the carousel now. Up to 4th, then back down to 2nd, want to stay in the middle if we can, try and keep a bit of power, but there we do make a mistake, carried a bit too much speed and we've popped out the carousel. Ideally we want to stay on that paved section. So now back up into the technical roller coaster part of Nürburgring. So we're up to 5th and we're going to brake down to 4th, hold 4th because we've got good torque through here, and then as we come over the top of the hill down to 3rd and then tip the car in, back on the power, up through the gears. This is where we got past, I think it was Wimpy on the couple of laps ago. Going to try and hold it on in 4th round there, trying to use the brakes as little as possible. In the 4th gear just here has got some good torque. We ran a little bit wide there, so maybe we lost a little bit of time. Back down to 3rd, back up to 4th, and then back down to 3rd for these 2 corners here. So these corners are off camber, so they do start to get a bit of a steer. Back on the power, up to 4th and then back down to 3rd, just for this long left hander here, and focus on that exit again. Back up through the gears, and then we're going to brake just as we come off this jump here. So we're going to jump and then a brake and then down 1 gear and then on the power, up through the gears, round and up over the top of the hill. So we're going to accelerate forward, and then again here we're trying to pick a nice line that doesn't scrub too much, and as we go over the top of the hill we're going to change it up to 6th. Good sector there, we could actually gain quite a bit of time, 1.3 seconds on the previous best. Down 2 gears, tip it in, then brake, down 1 more gear, and then tip it in again. And then we're going to aim for this 2nd carousel, down 1 gear, keep it nice and low, and back on the power as soon as possible. Now, very crucial corner here, because any time lost here is just going to be exacerbated down this long straight. So brake, keep it in 4th. On the hot lap out, went down to 3rd, but actually going to keep it in 4th. Luckily this TT's got plenty of front end grip, so we can actually be flat out through that long right hander. Now we're on to the long straight. 140, up to 6th. See, we've gained a little bit more time again, so we're going to just try and slowly move the car over to the right hand side, and then we're going to try and flick it straight through this fast left hand corner, and then we've got the last couple of corners to complete this lap. So we're now all the way over on the right, we're going to tip it in towards the apex, good line through there, and then we're going to be flat out through this left right here. Completely flat out, and then we need to pick our braking point just there before the shadow of the tree. Down 4 gears to 2nd, Once it's tipped in, back up to third, and then quickly cheeky back down to second, try not to hit the wall, and then power all the way across the start-finish line. And that's a 6:57.3. So decent lap time. Could have gone faster, but it's a decent lap time. What we'll do now, we'll fast forward the action and we'll pick it up just before the very end of the race. So we're almost to the end of the race. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, the optimal time was a 6:55. So definitely had a lot of speed in there, just not being able to access it all at all times. So coming through the last few corners, it looks like we've built up a healthy gap to APA in the end of over 30 seconds. And we take home the win. So this means that we did win the championship, which was great to see. So it means when season 8 comes, there'll be a promotion to the next league above. I think we had some great racing by everybody who took part. There's some really good battles, and I look forward to seeing you all on track again and doing some more racing with you. A quick reminder, this whole championship was done by Mature Racing Club. That is on Facebook. The link is in the description. If you liked it, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.